Okay, this is my going to do an example solve of the Lan Four Corners Plus cube. It's a great little puzzle. I really like this one. It's not the best to turn, but you kind of get used to it after a while. Yeah, if you play around play around with it for a bit, you'll notice it's got two kinds of turns. So you've got these corner turns, but you'll notice you can't do it on every corner. For instance, this one, and the reason is these are smaller, so you can turn the smaller ones, but not the bigger ones. And as you might have guessed, there's 4 of each. So what you also might notice, there's these edge turns here, which are quite similar to Andromeda cube turns. If you see, it's very similar there. So if you've solved this before, you'll have a bit of an easier time, but no matter if not. And then the corner turns are more, their resemblance to the butterflower cube. So you've got the kind of corner and edge turns of these two mixed together. So it's quite a good puzzle. And we'll just start by scrambling up. And what I like to do first is I'll show you. So we want to kind of scramble the pieces around these smaller corners. So we want to scramble all these up basically. There's a pretty easy way to do that. So let me show you. What we can do, we can use the edge turns to scramble up the corner pieces. So I'll offset it by 1 each so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to do this edge turn here. And we're just going to bring these over, replace it with anything really. So we just do that, whatever, and then bring it back. And that will start to mess these up, as you can see. So I'm just going to keep on doing that really. Yeah, the problem with this puzzle, it takes a while to scramble, but not like as long as the tut minx, but it's pretty laborious, but it's all right. If you do enough of these turns, you'll just start to get the hang of it, really. I would suggest just have a play with it before scrambling it properly, like get used to these kind of turns. And yeah, a couple more and then we'll be good on that front, I think. Oh, come on. Yeah, that'll be alright. Okay, so now we've got, just do one more actually, just being pedantic now. But, so once these are messed up a little bit, we can start doing the proper scrambling, and that will start to move around these pieces, which are entirely separate from the pieces around these small corners. And so again, we're going to have to do edge turns, but do different types of edge turns. So let me explain what that is. So let's start with that. Yeah. So you see we've got these 3 middle bits here. So these are going to be used for 3 cycles with big corners and an edge, and any of these as the 3rd piece in this one. So let me just show you an example. So we could bring these three up to where these middle bits are. And that might look like you can't do a turn from there, but you can, because then you can start to turn these. We can use this big block, so it's got a corner edge and one of those, so we can use that. And just do a 3 cycle like that. And you'll see that will start to scramble it up a bit more. And so, yeah, so that's our 3 cycle done. But we can also do 3 cycles on different axes. So for instance, we could do a swap with these three, and these 3 here. So we'll go quite nicely like that, around the corner instead of around the middle of the face. So yeah, you can see we start to swap these around a bit, which is good. And so just carry on doing that. So we do some 3 cycles here. So once you do a 3 cycle like that, it's important to try and yeah, just try and retain the structure as much as possible. What I mean by that is, so for instance, after doing a 3 cycle, you might be left with something like this. It's a bit of a mess. So ideally we want these pieces in the middle for now while we're scrambling. So try and bring the corners back to the corners. For instance, here, we're just going to bring it down over here. Do a 3 cycle with this piece. And restore it there. Now it might look like it's still messed up, but these corner bits are still, you know, in the corner sections, so it's kind of okay. And we'll just carry on doing that. And you will get a feel for these, you know, cycles after a while. It's pretty dull, but if you want a good scramble, you got to just keep on doing it. You might also notice, due to the symmetry of the puzzle, instead of just doing, you know, straight up turns like that, you can also align these by 1. And because, you know, it still lines up just as many pieces, you can turn it like normal. So something to be mindful of if you want a really good scramble. Just, you know, change it up. And yeah. Let's see. Ooh, barely touched this one, so yeah. No, yeah, we'll do that for now. So just keep on doing these turns. I didn't really, I mean, there isn't a tutorial, to the best of my knowledge, on this puzzle. So it's kind of just a solution I came up with, so it's probably not ideal, but it does the job. It works for me, so yeah, hopefully it can just help you out too. Let's see. Yeah. We just kind of want to break up these bits as much as we can. So just carry on doing that. It's pretty dull, as I say. We'll get to the solve soon. Yes, so this is something to bear in mind. You might notice after a while, so we got, say we wanted to do a swap with these 3 pieces here. So we bring them to the middle. And then you might notice they don't line up, so you can't make this turn now. So again, something to be mindful of. It's very confusing at first, this puzzle, but you will get the hang of it after a while. Yeah, it's nearly done now, I think. Just do a few more of these, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, should be alright. And then let me just mess up some of these orientations, make it look a bit worse than it is. Just for the full scramble. Yeah, that'll do. So you should end up with something like that. And it just looks like a complete utter mess, but it's not as bad as it looks. So first off, what we want to do is just gain some structure back to the puzzle, really. So we have these centers of rotation around pentagonal pieces. They kind of look like squashed pentagons. So we kind of want to get those aligned in respect to each other. So for example, these white ones here, they're aligned. So we want to just do that for all the sides, really. For instance, here, see this blue one's right, but this one's not. We can't make this turn because of this. These are in the way. So we can fix that by making this a legal turn, like that. And there we are. So we'll have this big bit in the middle, but it doesn't matter because these are aligned with each other, so that's good. These orange ones are good to go now. And the green, there we go. Yellow, like that. And that might be all of them. Yep, okay. So that's looking a little bit better already. Now, second off, what we want to do, we want to, we kind of want to get these big corner pieces back in their slots. So they might be the wrong way around, like this, but you can see it's still in a corner slot because there'd be a corner here. So that's fine. So essentially what we want to do is get these back to their centers. Not their respective centers, but just any center. So for instance here, we can do a 3 cycle to put this back in the middle, and that will also move one of these corner blocks out of the way, which would be great. So just do so like this, put that where it needs to go. God, that's awkward. There we go. And then just finish off the cycle there. And look at that, that's so much better. Let's have a look. Yeah, so yeah, we'll do this one here. So we want to bring this up to here. So the way we can do that, we can align this center like that. Now we're going to bring this down. Replace it with these, because these are good to swap with. And we'll just fix that up like that. There we go. Great. Yes, okay. So this is our last one. So we're just going to bring this down here. Now, what's happened here? So you can see it's all kind of done. Hang on, just fix some of these little corners. It lines up a bit better. And we can't do that one just yet because our last corner block is in the wrong way round, so it's kind of needs to be flipped. And you might not get this, you might get lucky, but it's probably about 50-50. So yeah, the way we can solve this is so we're going to be working around this corner basically. So that means we're going to have turns that consist of around this center, and and this center. So we're going to be doing turns like this, and like this. And to be honest, I don't really have a solution. I just tend to use these axes, just turn these around until it flips. So just play around really. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't done anything yet. No, we'll just keep on trying. Yeah, you just got to be patient, really. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. That should do something. Yep, there we have it. So after a while, you know, just doing those turns, it will sort itself out. And now you can see we are doing much better. So now we've got some kind of cube shape. Our next step is to kind of build a 2x2 block around each of these big corners. So what that would look like is this edge, for instance, that's already done. So that's great. And then we'd want to put one of these in, which is either red, white or red, blue. And then we'd want to build an F2L pair of the remaining, you know, ones that we needed, and we'll just insert them in. So let's get to it. Let's have a look around. Yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing is we actually have an F2L pair here of the red, white, blue, which would go in, what's it with? It's with the red, blue, so that would go like that. So what we can do is we'll look for the red, white first, and we'll put that edge in so that afterwards we can just put that straight in. So let's have a look. Okay, so it's right here. So we want to get this edge in here basically. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so I mean you can start by trying off some stuff. I mean this won't work, but I'll just show you what I'm trying here. See, that's put it in, but it's in the wrong way, so that's no good. Let's have a think. Okay, so yeah, okay, so what we can do, we want to get this in, but it's not going to go in this way, if you see what I mean, because as you saw, it doesn't align that way. So what we're going to do, we're going to move this piece over to this layer, and I'll show you why. So we'll just start by moving it over. Kind of want to preserve this pair as well, so I'm going to move this over a bit. Sorry, I know it's a bit complicated. Promise there's some method to my madness. Right, we want to get the red, white, blue. Yeah, okay. So what we're going for, we want to move this up to here, so we can do that like this. So you'll get pretty good at these 3 cycles. But once we've done that 3 cycle, you'll see it leaves us with this block in the middle. So that's not a problem, but every time you just want to fix, so you see the intuitive move is like that, to fix the symmetry, and then you can use these ones to just patch it up again. So just do that whenever you do a 3 cycle, basically. You'll see me doing it a lot. And what we've got now, we move this to a face where it should go in to the slot we want it to. So let's just have a look. Yeah, that'll work. So what I'm going to do here is we want this block basically to go into here. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to bring this white red edge, well, the green red basically is where we want it to go. So we're going to move that up to the top layer because we're working with this layer. And we're just going to do a 3 cycle. So we're going to bring this into this position here. Like this. Okay, and you'll see that's put that in nicely where we wanted it to go. So we'll have a bit of a mess over here, but that's fine. Didn't actually finish my cycle. So that's good. And again, as I explained earlier, you just want to fix these up. There we go. And that's progress, because now we have this white red as well. So as I explained, the last step for one of these corners is to build an F2L pair here. So we want white, red, blue. And luckily we've got that somewhere, haven't we? Yeah, we got it right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring the slot up to this layer because it's already on this layer, like that. And just gonna do another 3 cycle, and it should go in quite nicely. And then if you see, if we just align that, that's in. So that's our first corner done. And again, we'll just fix this up here. Okay, so that's one done. So we'll just move on to the next, I guess. Yeah, okay, we'll do this one here, red, green, yellow. So we've already got one in, which is good. We've got the yellow, red. So now we're looking for either green, yellow or green, red to go here. So let's do, yeah, we can choose either, then we got both here. So let's go, we'll try green, red. Yeah, that should work. So we're just going to bring the green, red to the top. And we can do a 3 cycle to put that into where it needs to go. Is that going to work? No, actually that's not. The alignment's wrong. So instead of moving it, okay, yeah, let me explain that better. So what I was trying to do here is that, but you see that's put the red green in the wrong axis. So it's in the right place, it's just flipped. So if we undo that, so what we can do instead of bringing it up this way, bring it up this way to the top layer. So this slot with the white green, we're going to bring it up to the top layer like that instead. And then when we do our 3 cycle, again, we'll go in the right way around. Like that. And then we have that piece in. And again, we just want to clean this up every time. Okay. So, yep, so now we want this F2L pair here, which is red, green, yellow. So we've got the corner here, and we've got the edge there. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to bring this corner, we're going to bring this to here. So I'm going to move the corner to the edge. So yeah, let's just try things. Let's just try something out. So we're going to try our first way here. See, I tried pairing them there, but that hasn't gone the right way around, so that's not going to work like that. Try it that way instead. Yep, that's done it. So I've got a bit of a mess here now, but that's okay. There we are. So I paired that up there, and I'm just going to fix this up, as I said. And now, because we got this pair, we're just going to insert it where it needs to go. And luckily that's lined up quite nicely for us, actually. So let's do a 3 cycle here. And as you can see, we've got a block there. So put this back. And we are down to our last 2. So we have white, green, orange, and yellow, blue, orange. So what we're going for really is we want around both. So we're going to solve them simultaneously, as you might imagine. And what we want is 2 edges incorrectly, like not incorrectly, but positioned correctly. So for instance, this orange green is good, but we need another. So let's put the orange white in over here. So we want this piece basically to go here. So let's try it out like that. And again, just fix up. It is a little slow, but you know, okay, that's good. So now we have 2 here and 2 there, and now the fun begins. So we need to, honestly, I'd just play around with these last 2 and see what happens. No, I'm not going to say that, actually. That's terrible. Let me have a think. Yeah, we'll try that. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll try it out, see if it works, and then I'll explain if it has worked. Right. No, that's done nothing. I'll just undo that. Okay. So ignore all of that. That was a waste of time. Essentially, what's happened here is yeah, no, there we go. Okay, I've messed that up because I need yellow, blue. Yeah, so I'm going to just fix it so that there's 2 edges here again. So I'm going to put this yellow, blue back where it needs to go, which is over here. So let's bring that up to the top layer. Let's see. I reckon. Nope. Okay. essentially, yeah. So you can see the problem is these corners are rotated. So if, you know, if that was anti-clockwise 1, we'd have a pair there, and we'd have a pair there if that were clockwise rather. So we need to find a way to rotate these corners, basically. And actually, instead of rotating, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so I'm going to pair it up with one of these edges instead. So, for instance, I'm going to try and get it so this orange, yellow, blue pairs up with this, and yeah, we'll just start with that. See how we go. Yeah. So there we have it. That's paired up there. So I'll just start with that and then fix this bit over here. So that's great. And now, yeah, no, that should work. Okay. In order to preserve, you know, this, actually, no, let me have a think here. You see, I'm no expert on this puzzle. I just play around a lot, and eventually it it works. Let me see. Yeah, so we kind of want this. We kind of want this orange white over here, and see, I want to put it straight in, but the problem is, actually no, let's just see. So I'm going to try and put this orange white in. Yeah, no, that is a problem. Okay, try a different approach. So yeah, again, if you're playing around with it, so stuff like this. So essentially, I want to make this swap here, where I bring this orange white to here, but that's going to mess up this pair that I've made here. So instead of using this as my block, I'm going to use this instead. I'm going to borrow this, and I'm just going to try the swap now, see what happens. So I can still make this turn here. So bring that up. Okay, and then we'll just fix this up. Okay. Yeah, that's all right, I think. Yeah, hasn't done much. Let me have a think. Okay. Again, a lot of it is just playing around, seeing if anything's, you know, if anything looks like it's going to work. Yeah, that could be good actually. So, oh, not quite. Right idea. Yeah, you might want to skip through this bit. But yeah, just have a play around. Yeah, okay, we'll try that. That should be it, surely. Yeah, okay. That's good. Okay, that's looking promising. Sort of. Well, it's better than before anyway. Okay, so we're just going to try and put some of these edges in here. Don't really want to mess that bit up though. I've never had this much trouble doing this bit before. Again, just keep playing around with it. See what you come up with. And sometimes you just have no trouble at all with this bit. That's not going to work. There we go, finally. Right, after a lot of playing around, we got our one F12 pair there and one F12 pair there. So here's still a little switcheroo. And lo and behold, we have done. No! The corners. So these are all done now, which is great. And so, yeah, hard bit's done, really. The rest of it is far easier. So the next step is to get these, I don't want to call them centerpieces, but I want to get these in place, basically. So how we do that is, say we want to get this red one over here. So we're going to be working with these again, but you'll see there won't be a problem. So, for instance, we're going to do a 3 cycle. So we're going to move the blue to here and bring the red in its place, like this. And then just finish off the 3 cycle. Just undo. And you can see that's put in place. You might be worrying that this is messed up, but it's okay. Because what we can do, okay, yeah, let me show you. If we do the 3 cycle again to put this back in, it'll just take this out again, so it won't, you know, there'll be 0 net gain. So what we're going to do, we're going to move say this down, and we're going to put it in place of the red. So it's just a setup move really, so that when we replace this block that we've made and do our 3 cycle, it'll swap it with this yellow, which is irrelevant for now. And then we just undo our setup moves over here, and you see that's good. So yep, we got these 2 done. That's good. So let's look for another. Oh, that's really annoying. They're all on opposites. So yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna. We did quite a good swap here actually. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a setup move that'll put 3 of these next to each other. So as in 3 of these single color ones, and it will. I'll show you what I'll do. Okay, so I'll just bring this into the same alignment here, and then I'm going to. What am I going to do? Yeah, no, actually, I'm going to stick with that. So I'm just going to be moving these around a bit. And it might look like we've messed things up, but it's okay. Because so we don't want to replace it with this blue. We want to replace it with this green. So we'll just move this green over here. Do our 3 cycle, and you see that puts the green in there, which is great. And then we just undo all these setup moves. And that's great. So now we have 3 of these done. And we're on to our last 3. Right, let's see. Yeah, no, we could do that in one actually, that's great. So we're going to bring these all up to the top layer here. So for instance, that one there, and we're going to bring this one up to here. And then in 1 3 cycle, we can smash it out. Slowly. Perfect. And when we polish it up a bit, you'll see that these are now all done, which is great. And hard bit's over now. That's yeah. So our last step is to sort out the pieces around these small corners, which we haven't used very much yet. And the way we do that, I'm going to refer to these pieces here as edges. So we got 6 of those around the corner, and we got 6 corners as well, which are these pieces. So corners can be these triangular ones here, but they can also have two colors, and they, in terms of like the size of the piece, they work exactly the same way, so it doesn't really matter, to be honest. They're, so I'll show you an example. Okay, so first we're going to put all the edges in place correctly. So this is a good edge, for instance, because it lines up this blue. So we're just going to build all the edges around here. So I've got this white here that I want to move up to one of these white ones. So we're just going to move this around, and we're going to see with an edge turn, you see that lines up perfectly. So we can bring that up, replace it with something, anything, doesn't matter. Bring it down, and now we have 2 good edges. So we're just going to repeat that a bunch of times basically. Got a blue one here. Bring it up. Oh, see, it doesn't line up, so we can't use that one, but we can use that one. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep on doing that. Use this white one. Yeah, so we've run out of pieces. Oh no, we haven't. We can use that orange. So we've run out of pieces we can use from here. So we're going to have to steal from here instead. So I'm going to set it up the same way. And bring this orange up. No, in fact we're going to bring that orange up. And we can't do that because if we do, we don't have anything else to replace it with because these are all good edges now. So we're going to have to swap it the other way, such that we bring this bad edge to here and just do a reverse swap. So we kind of trick it into place, and there you have it. We've got 6 good edges around there. So yeah, we just want to do that for all 4 of these corners. So yeah, not much to explain really. Just yeah. Struggling to find one here. No. Beth, not now. Sorry about that. I'm nearly done now. And no. Yep, last swap now. There we have it. So now all these edges are done. So now all we have left are these corner pieces. Not really corners, but you know. So how we do this? What we do? I'm just gonna look for one that goes in. Okay. So I'm gonna start with this. I start with this red yellow, and we see this red yellow needs to go in here. So this is going to be our setup. So the way we're going to do this algorithm is probably, I mean, it's familiar. You'll probably have seen it somewhere. It's going to move this here, this piece to here, this piece to here, and this piece back to here. So if we're smart about it, we can see, you know, this is going to go to here, but then we can also see where is this going. This white, orange, it's going to go here, but if we move this around like that, then this cycle will put this corner straight in where it needs to go, and then this will come back here. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to bring this up to here, turn this twice anti-clockwise. We're going to bring this one up twice clockwise, bring this down back to, down, and there we go. So what that did, put that in place, and we put this white orange in place. If I didn't explain that clearly, I will do it again. So let's try this yellow orange. It's going to go here, and then we can see we've got a blue triangle, and that won't go in there sadly. But yeah, so this, we'll just put this in here, but it's better than nothing. So we'll do that. Top twice, bring this up, top twice, bring this down, top twice, bring it down, and there we go. And yeah, just going to keep on doing that really. But yeah, try and be smart, try and, you know, think if you can do two at once kind of thing. But we can't here, but you can probably see from here how it's just the last step, and you just got to keep on doing this really. So this one we haven't had yet. We're going to bring this orange here, and yeah, we can't be too smart about that annoyingly. Oh, we can actually. So in the process of bringing this orange up to here, this blue's going to come here, and then we actually need the white blue here, but we have that. So this will actually put two in for us. But yeah, just same again. There we go, you see that going. And there we have it. And yeah, just carry on with that really. Let's see, white, green. That's just a side note. Be careful when you're doing these swaps, such that, you know, say this goes in here, but this is going to go to here, so that's going to knock out whatever's here. So just replace that slot with something rubbish like that, you know. Yeah, just bear in mind. You don't have to do more work than you're already doing, really. There we go. Red, green. Oh, that's good. That's a really good swap. I might do three actually. Yo, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, I quite like this step. Doesn't require much thinking really. Just repetitive. Yeah, so that's one done completely. Right. I've only got a couple more swaps to go and then we're all done. Let's see. Yeah, so in this case, I'm actually going to go the other way round. So I'm just going to reverse it. So it'll be ba, ba, ba. Yeah. There we go, and that puts that in instead. Saves a swap. Okay, and now the last one, very important. It might look like, you know, this is done, so there's only 2 pieces in the wrong place, but there are 3, and you might see why. We're going to do a 3 cycle that will move this to here, and because these pieces are the same, it doesn't matter if they, you know, if it gets replaced like that. And lo and behold, there you have it. 4 corners plus cube is done. And yeah, it's a good little solve, that. Any questions, just put them in the comments, see if I can help you out. But yeah, hope this helped. Yeah, have a good day.